Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time all in one place, all on your terms. Squarespace cutting-edge design offers a complete library of professionally designed website templates that empowers anyone to build a beautiful, more personalized website tailored to their unique needs. No experience required. Onboarding is fast and simple. All of the tools you need to engage your subscribers, drive sales, and simplify your audience management are right at your fingertips. Set up automated emails to build connections while saving time, and easily integrate your products into email templates to drive sales and increase site traffic. Check out squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/oliviareadsalatte to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Hello everybody, welcome to or back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going through all the books that I read in July and the books that I'm hoping to read this month. I will say the TBR is going to be shorter because I think I'm going to film, drumroll please if you can even believe, an actual fall TBR. I know, a sit down video. Who is she? I don't know. But I wanted to do that. I thought it would be a cute little cozy video and I miss doing them. So I was like, you know what? While I'm thinking it, let's make it happen. So I've got a little fall ambiance going in the back. I'm trying to manifest the fall vibes, okay? I just am. Now, first of all, I just made ginger and turmeric shots for morning times. It's just orange juice, lemon, ginger, turmeric. I forgot the black pepper. It's fine. But my hands will never forget. They're yellow. So please pay no mind to that. Just don't even look. Now you're going to look. You looked. I knew it. It's fine. So let's start with the first book. And that was The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. I will be keeping this book and I really, really liked it. So this is the kickoff, I think, to a new series, if I'm not mistaken. Some have said it's a standalone. It kind of sounded like a standalone, but how things ended, and I believe I saw it, is that it's the beginning of a series, which I'm hoping for because I love Joe Abercrombie. Here's the thing. This book is exactly like First Law. So if you didn't like it, yeah. There is really not a plot. Technically there's a plot, but really you're there for the characters. And the plot is more of just something there to help them be doing something, but you're really getting to know the characters as they are all, it's like a ragtag team. Think Thunderbolt, Suicide Squad, that kind of vibe. Because it's not, they're like second string, and they're also sketch. So they are all teaming up together, not of their own volition. They have been told to by the Child Pope, which is just what a fun title. That they have to bring the rightful heir to her throne. So they're traveling to do that. And this world is full of magic, mayhem, monsters, all the things. This is very dry, sarcastic humor. And the humor in this is turned up way more than from any of the First Law books. I feel like in the First Law trilogy, it was really dependent on whose point of view you were in. Glocta and Logan, it was pretty much very dry humor based. This humor is a little bit more in line with Logan, I would say. And just a little silly goofy time. But it's really good. I really, really liked it personally, and I would recommend. I do think if you're not wanting to start the First Law world, because I think there's 10-ish books in that, and there is an order to read them in. If you don't want to have that binding nature of that, go ahead and just start with The Devils. I think it was a fun time, but also know that if it's too haha hee hee silly goofy, that I don't think First Law is that, but it is the same as far as plot versus character, what we're focusing on. I just thought it was a good time, and I like the writing style a lot, and I like that dichotomy between it being so brutal and then also telling very silly jokes while it's all happening. It's just great. Then I went on to read Horror Story by Grady Hendrix, and I did enjoy this. I will not be keeping it for myself though, because I just don't really feel like I need a copy of that on my shelves. That one we're following a fake IKEA crew essentially, and there's a bunch of weird stuff going on at night, so the big boss kind of sets up a sting operation of the crew members to get paid a little bit under the table to stay overnight and see what's going on. And they see what's going on, and then they stay a little longer than overnight. And it is a lot. What is even happening, I'm not quite sure. But I liked it, but it was not my favorite. Yeah, it wasn't. It didn't strike the same balance of humor and like just outrageous campiness that Best Friend's Exorcism did, or even a little bit more serious, but still a little bit campy, of Vampire, the Southern Book Club's Guide. But those are just my two faves. And then my truth, How to Sell a Haunted House is good. So this one just kind of didn't stand a chance because those all were just, I either read them at a time where they were really just, it was just, because when I read books, a lot of it will be based on how I'm feeling, the season, the candle I'm, like, I almost said listening to with my nose, the ambiance that's going on, you know, if good movies are coming out, so I'm seeing spooky movies, I'm reading a spooky book, like, all of that adds to my reading experience. My reading experience is not insular, so this one kind of didn't stand a chance and it wasn't really fair, but I do think it was fun. I think it could be a good starting off point for Grady Hendrix, but I would not say that if you've read a bunch of his, I would not anticipate this one being like super high, but you may really like it. Maybe the format will be up your alley. I don't know. Then I read The Dungeon Anarchist's Cookbook. I don't know why these titles are like so hard for me to say, but they are. I'm keeping this. Matt, my guy, love ya. Love ya. Yes. It's great. It's great. That's Dungeon Crawler Carl 3. Yes, this is when I started listening to it on audio. To every single one of you that I doubted for even a split second that I should listen to on audio, I apologize greatly. And I hope you do accept, because the audiobook is very good. It is very good. It's very silly, goofy, and it is exclusive to Audible, which is incredibly annoying. But I signed up, snagged all of them really quick, and then canceled. So that's what I would say. They're also always on sale for some reason, so I don't know. But this whole series is a guy essentially ends up in an intergalactic alien show where they take over planets. Oh my god, Galactus. And then they make them entertain them by trying to go through these different crawls in the dungeon. And there's different levels, and there's all kinds of monsters, and it's just a silly, goofy little time. And it's really great on audio to listen to while you're doing like a little cross stitch or something like that. So that's why I really like it. It's also fun, and it is very funny. There is commentary for sure, so it's not totally like without that, but it's good. It's good. I liked it. Next up, I read Tiffany D. Jackson's new book, Blood in the Water, and I actually really liked this. I thought the pacing was really well done for this. It is a middle grade scary book. She is going to stay with, I think it's someone that, like, it's a family that her parents are friends with, but I was kind of like, what? But they're on Martha's Vineyard, so she's going to stay there for the summer and have just a cute little time. And then she turns into an investigator of the world because a body washes up. And they're like, was it a shark? Was it homicide by shark? Or was it not? Dun, dun, dun. So they're solving it. And it was really fun. I think that this is, R.L. Stein blurbed it in, Goosebumps, Fear Street, This very much is like the perfect middle grade spooky book. So I am going to bring this up to my friend's class and give this to her to have there, because I just think that there would be kids that would enjoy this. And I struggle to find good thriller, mystery, horror for that age demographic. So every time I find one, I'm like, no, you need it. So would I like to keep this for myself? Yes. Realistically, am I going to read this again? Probably not. I think if this was more of like a paranormal horror than it was a thriller, I might, because I love those, especially in middle grade. It's about as much as I can handle. But the genre is what the genre is, and it was good for being a thriller. It really was. So I think some kids will enjoy it. So I will be unhauling it, but really just kind of reshelving it somewhere where I think kids will be able to read it and enjoy it. Then I have Party of Liars. This is a huge birthday party hosted, and you figure out who the liar is. It starts with someone dying and then goes back and builds up to it. Honestly, this book just annoyed me. I am unhauling it, and I don't recommend it. I'm not even going to get into anything else, because I really don't remember. When I don't like a book, it's gone from my brain. Then I read Caught Red-Handed. This is the cozy mystery series that I have been chipping away at by Ellie Alexander. I don't know what number this is in the series. It may be book 4. It was really good. This series is great. She is someone who worked on a cruise ship as a chef, and now she's come home to a small town in Oregon called Ashland, I believe, and her family owns a bake shop, and legitimately every week she is solving a crime. So it's a great time. I do recommend. There's recipes in the back. Y'all know that's going to get me every time. Have I made one yet? No, don't worry about that. It's just good. Then I read The Battle Drum, and I am hoping to read The Ending Fire soon. I am nervous. I'm trying not to let outside opinion sway. I really am. And I'm not looking at anything that has to do with it, but I am still nervous because it is the ending of a book series that I really love, and they either go well or they don't, Oh, God, don't scare me like that ever again. That was a book that just fell. Really? Stacy? You had to? Rude. Anyways, I'm keeping this. I loved it a lot. It was so good. I would highly recommend. It is an epic fantasy trilogy, and the first one has, it's like a fallen soldier who then ends up helping train someone for trials. But then the world just kind of implodes and then explodes, and then it's huge. And in this book, it gets even bigger. And you're just like, what is going on? It's so good. It's so good. And if you like government hiding things, government conspiracies, I think you'd like it. I think you would. The book that just scared me, it's called Fan Service. I really enjoyed this. And honestly, if I saw it for cheap, at the half price, I think I'd buy it, because it was a really fun, silly, goofy time. He is an actor that starred in a show where I think he played an FBI agent that was also a werewolf, which reminds me of the show Moonlight, if y'all watch that on the CW. And then in real life, he starts turning into a werewolf. So he enlists this woman who was a fan of the show, and she's also a vet. Tech? Or a vet. One of the two. She wears scrubs, so she is a very serious person, and she works with animals while wearing the scrubs. That I do remember, but I just don't know if she's a vet or a vet tech. But she's in the field of veterinary medicine, and obviously that makes her qualified to work with a werewolf on things. It's a very unserious, fun, silly, goofy time, and I would recommend. I read this in a day. I think maybe 2.5 hours I read this. It's a library copy, so obviously I'm going to give that back to them because I want to be allowed back into the library, but I would haul it if the right time came. Next up, another unhaul, only if you're lucky. This sucked. Didn't like it. Unhaul. I'm not even going to tell you about it. I don't think you should read it. Okay, fine. What happened? I'm telling you, if I don't like a book, the book goes away, you guys. I read it in a 24-hour readathon vlog, so I definitely tell you there, but I also just tell you how much I didn't like it there. But I will say, actually, let me push her other 2 books. I loved A Flicker in the Dark and All the Dangerous Things. oh, did I get it? Yeah, those were both really good. So I'm not holding Stacy to this. I also just got this in the mail yesterday. The publishers are being real nice. I was like, oh my God, thank you, Macmillan. So that is my Patreon book club book for next month. So for September. I will be reading it. So we'll let you know if Stacy gets back into my heart. But she did 2 really good books. So I'm not going to hold her. I'm not going to hold it against her that this one absolutely was a waste of my time. But it was. And it made me mad. Because I was reading it for a 24-hour readathon. I'm like, I only have 24 of these hours. Next up, Frida McFadden. I'm sorry, she's never going to fail me. I don't know. This one is a doctor doing her different rounds that you do in medical school of just kind of sampling all the different specialties. And this one, she is going to be in Ward D, which is a psychiatric unit. And, considering this author is actually a doctor, you would think things would be a little bit more accurately portrayed. But that has never stopped Dr. McFadden. It really hasn't. And okay, girl, I read this in a matter of hours. Like, it was so compulsively readable. All of her books are. So there is that one. But again, a library hold. I would not haul this. I would get this from your library if you want to. I think it's on the KU as well. I would not buy it. I just really wouldn't. Speaking of another one, I did. So my library hold came in as soon as I was like, you know what? Let me just go grab this on my Kobo. I wish I had not grabbed it on my Kobo. This book, not good. So it is 20 people in total that enter this house, and they do have to join teams essentially, and then they get tasks as a team or as an individual, and then tasks that they have to do as a household to get food, water, things for the house, and it's all on TV, and it's basically who can just last the longest. And I was told that this is a reality TV show futuristically with Lord of the Flies vibes, and it didn't really have that. It was just kind of a mess, and very quickly it got boring, and I didn't like it. I don't recommend, and I won't be hauling, and in fact, I wish I could unhaul it on my Kobo. Next up, Lisa Jewell's new book, Don't Let Him In. I won't be hauling this because I have it on my Kobo, and I don't really feel the need to have not library books. I always feel the need to have library books. It's a problem, actually. I don't feel the need to have thrillers after I've read them unless it's an author that I auto-buy, but also I would have bought them beforehand. This one is about a woman's... So this girl... her mother starts dating this guy that she's like, this guy is sketchy. And so basically she just falls into this rabbit hole of unraveling everything about what's going on because he allegedly knew their dad or her dad. Okay, sorry. Had to take an intermission because I am currently baking sourdough and it was about to burn. But we're back better than ever. Okay, so... let me do this. It's going to be a little out of order from when I read them, but it's okay. So next up I read Savor It. I'm going to unhaul it. It was not that great to me. It started out really good, and then it just kind of got repetitive. And then I stopped caring, so rip. But, it's set in a small town. It has a chef who is there to help kind of get a break from his job in the big city, but also to help set up a local restaurant for his boss there. And she lives in that town. She is very known, but kind of an outcast. And he is renting the space to live next to her house. So they're neighbors, but not permanent neighbors. It was a very cute idea, but I did not like it that much. I'm sorry. Then I read The Bridge Kingdom, and I enjoyed this. This is about this kingdom that the princess marries. Well, first of all, she's trained alongside a bunch of her other half-sisters for years, and only one can get out of this compound they're trained in. And so she is the one, and she goes to marry this guy who is the king of this land where they own the bridge that helps with trade and travel. And so her dad really just wants control over that, so she's meant to be a spy. Of course, it doesn't end up that way. Like, they fall in love. And then drama is afoot, and by that I mean war. And yeah, it was a fun little time. However, then I tried to read The Traitor Queen, and I said, you know what? I've seen enough, Danielle. It just wasn't good. And I don't know what it was, but every time I picked it up, I was like, what are we doing? So The Bridge Kingdom was good. I DNF'd The Traitor Queen. I didn't like it. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue on with the series, but I haven't officially DNF'd it. Not yet. Now, as far as TBRs go for the month, let us see. The Last Magician on audio is going to continue to be on my radar for the TBR, just because I really do want to read it again so that I can continue on with the series, and the audio is really good. Plus, I've already read it physically, so the audio would be fine to listen to. Importantly, I have A Forgery of Fate. This is my Patreon book club pick over at the Cozy Cafe, so I'm going to be reading this, vlogging it for a good little reading vlog, posting it over there, and I am very excited for this. I do like Elizabeth Lim's writing a lot, so reading another one of her works is exciting, and I will definitely be, where The Last Magician is a maybe, that one is a for sure. Then I would like to also read Our Violent Ends, so I can finish out this duology, so we'll see about that one. This whole month is kind of finishing out duologies or reading new releases. It's like the two things. Because then I also have The Just Said Crown, which falls under both of those categories, actually. This is the sequel to The Just Said Heir. Such a good book. Literally, I just reread it in preparation, and I gave it 5 stars again. Then, I was going to say let me go in order of height, but I already didn't do that. I'm actually currently reading All This Twisted Glory, which is the 3rd book in the Tejada Mafi series. What is she? This Woven Kingdom? I don't know if that's what we're calling the series, but that's the first book. I read that one when it first came out. Loved it. I just haven't continued on, so I am pushing to continue on with the series because I need to do that. Then I have the new Alex North book, which is a serial killer thriller. I have the new Megan Miranda. These tend to be domestic thrillers, and I do love her for that. Then I have The Bewitching, which is Sylvia Moreno Garcia's newest release. And if you haven't read Mexican Gothic, please go do it. That is your homework for the week. I also, again, have Forget Me Not, Stacey Willingham. We'll see. We'll see. I have that on the TBR just in case I happen to finish Forgery of Fate. I'll jump into that because I'm kind of in the mood for it. Then library book-wise, I have The Crash. Sure, we'll get into it. They keep giving me the large print versions. I'm like, thank you guys. I love those. But I usually, unless it's the only option, I don't check them out, but somehow I keep getting them. And I'm just like, ugh. It's like y'all know my little eyes need it, the help. Then I have The Phoenix Keeper. I do have the Illumicrate version of this, which is why I wanted to grab it, but it also just sounds like a little cozy fantasy that I could like. I don't really tend to like cozy fantasy. I think they're quite boring, to be honest with you. I'm so sorry if you love them, because I love that for you, but they just do get kind of boring to me. So hopefully this one is not that, but we will see. We will see. But yeah, that is my reading month. I think it was a pretty solid one. I got through a ton of books. Did I have that many good books though? Actually, yeah. You know what? Hell yeah, I did. So love that for me. It's getting to that time of the year where basically just the last half of the year where I focus on reading probably chunkier books or books I've been really excited about and just haven't gotten to yet for the year. So the reading is going to slow down, but I'm excited because this is usually when I find like my favorites of the year. I feel like you can pretty much pull my top, however many books I do for that year from January, February, and March, and then August through the end of the year. It's the late spring, summer months that sometimes you just really don't know. Actually, maybe not even August, usually September, because I get into spookier reads. I always love those. So let me know what your favorite of the month was, how your reading month went. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. Make sure you drink your water and stay hydrated. Be kind, lead with empathy, and go have a good day on purpose because you what? No, but exactly, because you deserve it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. All the good times just begun.